Hello everybody and welcome to episode 3 of Pixelmon Journey. In the last episode we spent a lot of time uncovering a whole bunch of fossils, figuring out which of the Pokemon that we wanted to keep, which of the ones we wanted to get rid of. I know the last episode was kind of a weird episode because it was a lot of me just talking about what I had done in the past, and that's just because of issues with recordings and stuff messing up. Unfortunately, that's just the way things happen. Fortunately, in this episode, that's not the case. I have not recorded anything since the last time that I was on here. I have played a little bit, not a lot. I played most of the day today. It is now late at night, and I spent most of the day getting ready for what I wanted this episode to be. And this episode is all about breeding Pokemon. Obviously, this is not any kind of how-to video of how to breed Pokemon. This is just what I, personally, have decided to do as far as breeding Pokemon goes. So, I have a completely empty party right now. All I've got is my little Slowpoke guy, and that's only because I just need something. Oh, a Hoopa has spawned in a desert biome. That would be this biome, guys, but guess what? There's something that I need to tell y'all. I've already got one. So, I said that a lot of the time today, I just spent, on here, messing around, getting stuff ready, and putting a lot of stuff together as far as what I wanted to start with. Like I said, the breeding process. Obviously, I've got all of my fossils here that I'm going to start breeding later, but I'm going to actually put together just a quick team of just kind of my strongest boys. I have nothing amazing right now. All of my stuff is very, unfortunately, just very weak and not in any way trained the way that I would like it to be. So right now I'm just picking a lot of really just strong, just the strongest ones in terms of like, HP and a little bit of power. Nothing is trained the way that I would like it to be. Where are my timer balls? Not my hoppers, my timer balls. Those guys right there. Because I want this fight to last a while. And while I'm doing it, I'll explain why. And that's because when I found this one Hoopa, I was out just in the world getting ready, like I said, for the breeding process. I see him over there. And really quickly, though, before I do this, I've got something that I need to get for my current one. So I was out, I was catching Roggenrollas for Everstones, and I found about 10, which is good. I have 10 Everstones now. Where did I put the thing? Where is the thing? There's this thing. And I found a bunch of them that I got Everstones from, which is a good thing. We'll talk about that later once we get into breeding. And then I looked through all of the process of what Pokemon I wanted to breed. Oh, hang on. I actually want to... Oh, I can't escape yet. Oh, crap. Alright, well, I'm going to try and run. I needed to do something. There we go. Okay. I'm going to come back over here and heal. Alright. Aggressive Pokemon are aggressive. Alright. So I found a lot of the things that I wanted to breed, a lot of the things that I had accessible for breeding, and a lot of... I looked up a lot of stuff as far as how to get the best stats on which Pokemon that I wanted. So I'm going to put this guy down and watch this. Wham! Big ol' Hoopa. Alright. So, while I was out hunting, I was actually looking for Gravelers. And, oh my god. This Hoopa is going to despawn. And it's all because of this one stupid guy. Okay. Take those. Sure. All right, so I found that I needed a bunch of Gravelers and Geodudes, because they also do have a chance to drop a whole bunch of, I don't know what moves I want to use on this guy. They also have a chance of dropping Everstones, and what, Zen Headbutt doesn't affect Hoopa? It literally just did. Okay. Alright, well, this battle might not last as long as I want it to, so I'm just going to go along and Ultra Ball this thing. So I was out hunting Gravelers and Geodudes and stuff like that, because they also, like I said, have a chance of dropping Everstones. I'm sorry, I'm just really focused on this fight. I will be back if I catch this Hoopa. All right, I got him. Nice. So that is 2 Hoopas in the bag, or in the ball, technically. So the same thing that literally just happened before when I got that first Hoopa, and I have a second Prism bottle now, which is exactly what sets that into the bigger Hoopa. So I was just out hunting for Pokemon that I wanted to breed, Pokemon that I wanted to get more Everstones from, and then that Hoopa showed up. Well, unfortunately, I only had that Slowpoke on me, and every Graveler and Geodude that I had in my inventory that I had caught from hunting for Everstones. So it took me, and luckily though, it spawned near a village. So it took me about 10 tries, and I'm not joking, close to half a stack of Ultra Balls to finally catch that first Hoopa. And now this one, you just saw me catch it. It took a little bit less time. Let me see if I can find it. I don't know where in the box these guys are going. I don't see it. It's probably staring right at me. There it is. So now this guy. So now cool. Now I have two Hoopas. I think they spawn in different colors as well. But so far I think I've got the 2, I mean obviously the 2 pink ones. So then there's this one that's the released Hoopa, and that's what the Prism bottle is for. But this guy will change back into a normal Hoopa in like 3 Minecraft days. Or I think it said that if you put him in the PC, it'll change. It'll either change or it'll keep him. I don't know, but eventually he'll turn back into a normal Hoopa. But that's cool now. Now we've got 2 legendaries. So at least now I know that I can catch legendary Pokemon pretty well. So, not what we really wanted to talk about today. That's just a cool little thing that now has apparently happened twice. So we are good on legendary Pokemon. I don't have any room to put stone anymore. Alright, so in this episode, we are wanting to talk about breeding Pokemon. So right now, I started the breeding process before the episode started. I just wanted to get some stuff tested. So right now, I'm wanting to breed my Diglets, my Houndours, and my Growliths and Arcanines. I found these guys over in that Savannah biome that's back that way. I was actually looking for a different Pokemon for a different reason, which we'll get into in a second. And I found these Arcanines, and they are exactly the... well, I found the Growlithe and the Arcanine, and the Arcanine is jolly-natured. We talked about natures in the last episode. That's exactly what I need them to be. So the fact that it's Arcanine and it's jolly is awesome, and the fact that I have a small and a pygmy-sized also in good favor of the fact that I might be getting the tinier Pokemon that I would like to see them. So over here, you can see this Arcanine is up on top of this breeder. And you can see it's got a little egg in it. So we've got this Growlithe right here, our Arcanine up there, and you'll notice this Sandile. This Sandile actually does belong to me, and so does that Houndour. But hey, I hear you saying, full run through. If you knew my name, you'd actually probably be saying it too. A Sandile and a Houndour. How does that work? Well, that's the cool part. They are in the same... Oh, wow. This guy is a boss, so he's not anything I can catch. I'm not going to worry about him now. They're in the same egg group, which is weird. So egg groups are things where certain Pokemon can breed with other Pokemon of that same egg group. And somehow, in other ones that you'd think may not work, actually do. So the fact that that Sandile and that Houndour can breed together is just interesting. So I've already got the egg going, so now I can pull this guy out. I'm gonna put these two away, and I'm gonna claim this egg, and I'm gonna put all of this fire out. The fire is to do with the breeding environment. They get bonus points for breeding and breed faster with certain environments. Same with these Arcanines over here. So I'm actually going to put these Arcanines away as well. And take this egg. So I managed to get a Houndour female and then a Sandile male. And the way it works, if I come back down into my PC room, I put the Everstone on one of the two. I want to say I put it on the Sandile, because that's the only reason he was part of the equation in the first place. So this Sandile right here is the timid nature, and my Houndour here is the bashful nature. Well, I want my Houndoom, once I get a Houndoom, I want it to be the timid-natured. So, because these two are in the same egg group, I gave my Sandile the Everstone. So let me pull him out. So you can see I got this Everstone here, and I gave it to the Sandile, which means that this Pokemon that hatches from this egg right here will be timid-natured, and they always follow their mother's Pokemon type. So it'll be a Houndour that'll get hatched from this egg, but because the Sandile had the Everstone, it'll come out as a timid-natured Houndour. That's insane to me. That's just so weird to think that that's how that works. Same with like these Roggenrola and this Geodude. They can breed together, and this Geodude is a careful nature, so the final evolution of Roggenrola, can't remember the name of it right now. It goes Roggenrola, Boldore, and then one other. I can't think of what that one other is. But it needs to be careful natured. So because it's a male Geodude, a female Roggenrola, with the Geodude having that Everstone, it's going to come out a careful Roggenrola. I don't know how it works. That's just what it is. They're part of the same egg group, the mineral egg group, so they can breed together. So you'll notice that I had 2 breeding stations up here, but I said I was also breeding Digletts. That's because all the way down, well, no, if I go all the way down here, I was talking about how different environments cause breeding to happen faster, and that's based on what block type is in that area. So if I come all the way down here, Digletts, which are ground type Pokemon, like Bedrock. So the fact that I dug all the way down and just dug out a spot of all Bedrock, these Digletts are going to breed as fast as possible. And they've already done it. So I'm going to take them out. and I'm going to claim this egg. So now I've got 3 eggs that need to hatch. So I could start breeding other ground types down here, or and other stuff up here at the top. So I just need to sort out what I need the breeding environments to be for the Psyduck. Those are going to be the next ones that I do. Alright, so I found out that for Psyduck, because they are only water type, the best option for them is lily pads and sea lanterns. Unfortunately, I don't have much of those. I think I have some lily pads that I got from the swamp a ways away. I could go back and get more. 4 should be enough. They're 3 points each. Sea lanterns, I know that I don't have. Sponge, I know that I don't have. I do have sugarcane, so I will grab that as well. So I'll grab some sugarcane, and then I need a bucket so I can put some water in it, which I have right here. So I'm going to put the water down. I also need some sand to plant the sugarcane on. So I'm going to take, there's sand up top. It's literally, I'm living in a desert. So that's fine. So I'll put down some of the lily pads, and then I'll put down like streams of water and plant the sugarcane around it. And then Weedle needs, so it's a bug and poison type. So it likes flower pots, mushroom blocks, flowers, red and brown mushroom types, grass blocks, leaves, and wood for the bug. For poison, once again, mushrooms. Cobwebs are an option. The actual plant mushrooms, or mushroom blocks, and then sponge and grass. So sponge and mushroom would be my best options to breed them quickly. I know that there's a roofed forest out next to that mesa biome. I could run out there and grab some mushroom blocks. That would probably be my best option. Would be mushroom blocks, water, lily pads, and sugarcane. So I'm going to go and do that. I'm going to grab all of that. And then for trappage, stained hardened clay and bedrock are my best options. Also cactus. So I do have a ton of stained hardened clay all right here. So I don't know, it shouldn't matter what color it is, but I think the regular terracotta may not work. Okay, stained value is more than hardened. So hardened clay, so terracotta is 2. Stained terracotta is 3. So I know that I'm going to need some terracotta, so I'm going to grab some of the stained terracotta here. I've got my water, my sugarcane, my lily pads, my sand up top. So I'm going to run to the roofed forest that I know exists. I've got my silk touch pick here. And then I will be right back once I have the mushroom blocks that I need. Alright, so for the Psyduck, it should be relatively easy because it's one type that I'm having to work with. Whereas the Trappage and Weedle breeding are going to be a little bit more difficult to find that right balance of each type, because I think it's 3 types of Pokemon that I'm fighting with to try and get it the best results. So with the... maybe I do actually need to grab some sand, so I'm going to go and do that. I thought I had sand up here, but then I forgot that I replaced all of it with netherrack. So with the single type Pokemon, it's pretty straightforward. Especially if you're using the same exact Pokemon, it's pretty easy. But if it was a different single water type, it should come out to the same pattern of what you have to do with this. There's no direct pattern for it. It's mainly just building it up evenly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that. Then I'm going to put lines of sand that I'm going to plant my sugar cane on. And then I'm going to place down my water. And let me make sure that I get an infinite source. Go in just like that. And then same on this side. So as long as there's an even distribution along each type of Pokemon that you've got breeding, you should be okay. And it's just all about maxing out the number of points to speed up the process as much as you can. At minimum, it's 37 minutes, 35 minutes maybe, to get the whole breeding process said and done. I can't tell. I think that needs to be a source block. Yeah, so that should be all water all the way down. Then I'm going to plant my sugar cane along these paths. And I've got more growing just in case I need to. Yeah, I'm going to go harvest more from over here. So this guy is so tiny. Once again, pygmy sized. This one I think is just small. Or it might just be a runt. So we've got the pygmy and then a small. So modest has the Everstone, because that's what eventually we'll want our Golduck to be. So we want our Golduck to be modest. So if I've got the breeding environment right, I click on this one. Psyduck's love for Psyduck grows rapidly every day. So there's about 5 stages to what that can say. And they each correspond with how fast the breeding process is going to go. I don't know what each of them mean. I think rapidly is the highest it can go. I could be wrong on that. It could be the other way around. That could actually be the fastest it can get. I don't know for sure. Probably not, because I don't have a lot of high ranking point stuff in there. There's definitely better stuff I could put in a water breeding environment. I just don't have access to those items at the moment. The other thing for this is going to be getting it right balanced, like I said, across 3 different types. I'm looking at ground type for Trapinch. So he's a ground type, which needs the stained clay. Then I've got the Weedle that's going to need the mushroom blocks. So it's going to be like a well mix of stained clay and mushroom blocks. So my best way to do that, and what I always do, is just space them out like this and just fill in 1 row of each, just because A, it looks nice, and B, it means I know exactly how much of each block I'm putting in each spot. So that should be pretty good. I could throw a few more things in here, but it goes based on the highest block within this area. So you see where all of the light gray blocks are? It goes based on the highest block within that area. So it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 by 9 area. And I can't remember how tall technically the block goes, but it's once again, it's just a lot of math and getting the right blocks in the right place at the right height at all of this kind of stuff. So I'm just going to drop these guys in here. And as long as it says, yeah, love for Weedle grows rapidly every day. So these guys are going to breed at about the same speed as these guys. The Psyduck and the Weedle and Trapinch should all breed at about the same pace. So my Trapinch here, Pygmy, obviously. My Weedle here is a huge. Unfortunately, I couldn't find anything that had the jolly nature. I went and caught so many Weedles, so many Kakunas, just a whole bunch of stuff over in this forest area that I've got back here. I even went off to spawn, which is a foresty biome, and I just caught everything that I could see, and nothing came out Pygmy and Jolly. So this was the first Jolly one that I caught. It was huge, not the best, but the Trapinch that comes out of this is at least gonna be jolly natured. So whether it's a male or female, I don't know what it's gonna be, but oh look, there's another. That's a boss, slow bro, I think. So the baby of these two will come out at least jolly. I don't know what size it will be, but I know that it's going to be a Trapinch, and then based on that this is a female, the female is the Trapinch, and then the male is the Weedle. So these two are going to breed. It's going to get the Trapinch egg. We'll figure out what size it is, and then we might be able to breed it with another small Trapinch, most likely this one again, and see if we can't get that size evened out between a huge Weedle and a small Trapinch. So I'm going to take care of that. We'll wait for these two to breed. We'll wait for those Sandshrews to breed, and you can actually see on the sidebar, these eggs have actually started to crack a little bit. They crack as you walk around. So let me, so I can do /egg steps 2. So it needs 2,513 more steps. They should all be roughly the same because I got them all at about the same time. So yeah, anywhere from 2,500 to 2,600 steps. And you can see these guys are starting to get hearts. I don't want to fight you. Good Lord. Okay. So yeah, you can see that they're starting to get hearts. And that means that their love is going up. So that's a pretty good indication that you're doing the right thing. Oh my god, this guy, he's just going to keep digging holes. There we go. So yeah, the fact that they are... there we go. So the fact that they're getting hearts... Oh, cool. Beef. Oh, and here we go. Now he's evolving. So the hearts will change color anywhere from gray up to... yellow or purple are the last step. Oh, and of course he walks off screen to evolve. So Slowpoke evolved into a Slowbro, and he learned Withdraw. The user withdraws its body into its hard shell, raising its defense. I like all of these moves. Because Yawn puts the thing to sleep. Slack off revives my HP. Surf is super strong, and so is Psychic. So I'm actually just not going to learn Withdraw. I feel like this guy is a good attacker. I don't need much defense going on him. So I will come back in a minute once these guys get the eggs. In the meantime, I'm just going to walk around and hopefully hatch these eggs, and we'll come back and see exactly what we got from them. So I will be back in just a minute.